quarterfinal matchup. Plymouth Bobcats right behind me, taking on the Portsmouth Clippers, the 2 seed versus the 7 seed. These two teams met in the championship game of football. One team's going to end the other team's season here in basketball. Colin Sullivan, a great point guard. This is a senior-laden Plymouth team going against a Portsmouth team that's really come on under Jim Mulvey. Donovan Fenor, Patrick Glenn, Nick Mackey. This is the best defensive team in all of Division II basketball. And tonight should be a really interesting game. Both teams are going to try to see where their strengths lie. Plymouth wants to pound them down low. Portsmouth wants to try to run the ball a little bit. Pat Glynn's going to be a key for them and how he does against Jared Cool, Kyle Riesert. Fans in the house. Full crowd's going to be here. We're going to have all the highlights. After the game, we'll have interviews with the winning coaches and players. Dave Haley along with Jen Chick here in our Sentinel Tile Services Game of the Week.
Here comes Nick Mackey. We're still scoreless, 6:25 left here in the first. Mackey looks it up, no screen for him. Fenor, top of the key, finds it. He's going to take it again. This time he connects. Jim Mulvey with a little fist bump. A design set play. And it's 3-0 Portsmouth. Someone's going to take the ball out again. Gavin Brickley in the corner, gets it to Kuehl. Cool takes it hard to the hoop. Good layup. He's been outstanding for the Bobcats, and they're on the board 3-2. Joey looks to reverse, nothing there. Guards are flashing, nothing there. Find it. The screener's always the most open guy. Misses. Joey misses point blank, and they miss 2 rebounds with nobody in the neighborhood. Let's see if Plymouth can capitalize. They do. A big turn of events there. Gavin Brickley and one. As Portsmouth misses 2 point-blank layups in the hard push by Plymouth, and they lead 4-3. Plymouth holds the lead up to Jared Cool. Looks inside to Riesert. Thinks about it, takes the step, hook, off glass. Great shot by Kyle Riesert over Joey Glenn. This is my best Pete Terrier voice right there. 6-3, Plymouth. Portsmouth just got to settle down a little bit. They're getting good shots, it's not finishing. That's going to change. Handoff, here comes Mackey, wide open, no good. Good rebound by Glenn. Ball fake, Glenn finally gets it to go. Back Glenn. Dribble, he's got to be careful with it with Mackey on him. Mackey, one of the best defenders in the Division II. Colin Sullivan pulls it out, always under control. Calls it out, wants a screen, gets it. Wants Mackey, takes him. Dribbles right around him, baseline. Colin Sullivan wanted Nick Mackey as soon as he got him and went right around him. 8-5 Plymouth, first time out of the game is Portsmouth. See, as a play, he wants them to run here. They got Fenor on an island. Joey Glenn, good screen, nice roll. Battles for it and finishes. Joey Glenn, just a freshman, and he's going to be a good one for a really long time. Hansler to come off this bench. Formicelli gets it. Backdoor cut. That is the Portsmouth offense right there. Formicelli finds Fenor. 9-8. That's the Jim Mulvey offense right there. Fenor gets it down low. Pat Glenn gets on deep. Up. Doesn't go. But Joey Glenn finishes. How many times have those two done that in the driveway? 11-8. Portsmouth. 3 deep. And Colin Sullivan does so many things for this team. All the way down, holds it midair and gets it! Oh, Colin Sullivan! Good God! Fantastic rebound, hard push, hangs in the midair and end one. 11-10 with a chance to tie it. Here comes Zach Hansler. He's got LeHue in the wing, doesn't like it, gets it to Fenor. Fenor wants to see who he's got. He's got Dimmick. And shoots her with Riesert in his face and buries it! It's a little payback for football right there. 16-11. Donovan Fenor calling for Colin Sullivan, and Riesert hits him with a screen. Hits the back of the backboard. Joey Glenn comes away with it. Glenn's been terrific. LeHue likes it, takes it, bangs it. 19-11, Charlie LeHue. He can hit that. Valuable guy. Gets a start sometimes comes off the bench, but it's 19-11 Portsmouth. Key sequence here with 4 minutes left. Big jumper, Sullivan. Oh, he is something else. 19-14. I'm just a huge fan of this kid. All-time record. 3:31 left here in the half. It's been a good one. 19-14. Mackey pushes at LeHue. Joey Glenn got a smaller guy, goes right up, finishes. And Joey Glenn missed a few early ones. It's been terrific ever since. Away with it. Hard push. Looked like he might have double dribbled there. Steal by Nolan. Nobody behind him. Finishes. And that's a big play right there by Nolan, who's come off the bench and given Mike Sullivan some really nice minutes here. He'll take it himself. A couple different guys can take the ball up for Portsmouth. Here comes the screen. Mackey wants it, takes it. Long three, bangs it right on Kyle Reisert. Mackey's a football player too. They all want revenge tonight. And it's 25-17. Oh, that's just a tremendous play. Throws it into Kyle Reisert, tips it right back to Colin Sullivan. Boy, that's a nice play. Mike Sullivan, 25-19. Boy, Jim Mulvey might want to steal that one. Half. Dolan on Mackey, doesn't have it. Back to Colin Sullivan. Everything goes through Colin Sullivan in this offense. Good post pass, but they double him. Goes through it. Kyle Reisert. Woo! Slipped right through two players for a great play. It's 28-21. Plymouth's hanging around. Gets it over. Inside Jared Cool. Cool works. Tough play. Doesn't get it. Rebound down. Jared Cool again and just muscles that thing in. Jared Cool, and it's 28-23 for it. Here comes Hansler. Looks down low. Nothing there. There's Charlie LeHue. Bullet pass, very good pass from Charlie LeHue. Charlie LeHue's giving him real good minutes, and it's 30-24 Portsmouth. Reisert dished it back out. Brickley, kind of a quick shot by Brickley. Joey Glenn, down the middle. Joey Glenn, this kid's a freshman. Wait till he and Cody Graham run this thing for years. Drive. With what feels like his 12th rebound of the game, somewhere in that vicinity. Here comes Donovan Fenori. He's got Brickley on, tries to take the turn. Tough, off glass, off the window. Donovan Fenori, 34-26, Portsmouth. Sullivan's a little wiser. Lob play, wide open, and that's a big play. Can't say enough about Charlie LeHue. He's been huge tonight. Colin Sullivan takes it, and now we're in crisis mode. The 2:56. Dolan has it, doesn't look with 7 seconds left. They're just going to kind of let it go. And Portsmouth Clippers are going to the Final Four after a one-year break. Jim Mulvey's team, 44-29 winners over a very game Plymouth team. Played real hard tonight, very well at times. But Portsmouth gets the win, 44-29. In here, man. Baby. Portsmouth's moving on to the Final Four. This was people are going to see the score and think it was kind of a rock fight. This was a very entertaining, very physical game. Pat Glenn, probably the MVP tonight. He was outstanding. Nick Mackey, awesome as usual. Joey Glenn, freshman, was tremendous. He had to have 20 rebounds. And Donovan Fenor. So I'm going to start with you, buddy. There's no way you couldn't sense the football game came into play. It was fun watching him and Reisert battling down low. You and Colin Sullivan, I was tweeting out, it was so fun to watch you guys going back and forth. How'd you feel out there in that atmosphere against that Plymouth team?
You know, I was just excited to get another shot at those guys. They took the championship from us in football, which they rightfully deserve. But, you know, this one, we just wanted this one.
Yeah.
We wanted this one a lot.
And it was did you feel like, was this one of the more physical games you guys have played all season long?
Oh, absolutely. I'd say it was the most physical so far. Yeah. And, you know, I'm only expecting that to get more physical as we go to UNH.
Yeah. Nick, you're a kid who comes out, and I've seen you kind of light it up early. You didn't take a shot at first. It seemed like you were kind of more set on trying to get the offense moving in rhythm and so forth. Is that what you're trying to do early? Because this is a team you haven't played yet.
Yeah, really, we're trying to feel it out right when he coming in. Just didn't want to fire shots right away. But, I mean, they were kind of playing off, so we're setting up plays and we're getting it done. And my boy Joey Glenn and Pat Glenn were beasts inside, so it was great to play with them tonight.
I was writing about this in the previews. It was a huge thing how you guys were going to do against Jared Cool and Kyle Reisert, and I thought they played great, but I thought you guys won the battle down low. Pat, you were outstanding down there. What's it like going against? You probably went on the line against Kyle Reisert, and now here you are in a basketball game. You come out on top this time. How you feel now?
Oh, wow. Incredible. I mean, coming into this game, Coach told us we played him in football. We knew this was going to be physical. We knew those two guys were going to come at us big down low and put Joe on Reisert, and he definitely got the job done. And you know, I tried my best against Cool. It was great. I had a good time.
How and in the school one time you missed a shot from in, and then this kid comes over and tips in, and I said, how many times that happened in the driveway? But what's it like playing with your brother? Like, you do kind of know, you get look, you understand, and just kind of subtly you know where he's going to be on certain plays.
I mean, yeah, we don't have like brother telepathy or anything, but yeah, it's awesome.
Just play it up, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know exactly where it's going to be the whole time.
And early on, Joey, you early on in the season had the talent, but you just kind of getting lost defensively and rotation-wise. Tonight, I thought you were tremendous defensively. Where are you today, as opposed to where you were like a month, even just like a month and a half ago?
A month and a half ago, I was not very good on defense. I was weak. I could not step up on my man, and I was just afraid. Coach always, after 2 weeks ago, Coach always said, I'm not a freshman anymore because I got to be bigger and I got to be stronger.
And like when you're a shooter, you know, these guys kind of get into a rhythm shooting-wise where everything, the basket, I remember at Pembroke, you were hitting everything. Is it like that as a rebounder too, where everything seemed to be coming to you, getting yourself in every position for tip-ins and so forth?
I don't know. Most of the time, I think, I don't know. It's like most of the time it feels like the balls are.
All right, so you're off to Durham. You're one of the senior leaders of this team. How do you feel now? It's either Lebanon or Hallsberg. That kid was great too tonight. Charlie Hill was fantastic. But how do you feel now? You don't know who you're playing yet. It's a tight game, Lebanon, Hallsberg line, but you know both teams. How do you feel your mindset going into this thing?
You know, I'm just ready to go, and I know the entire team's ready to go too. We've been working at this all season, and I told them we're not going to go back in the locker room 17-3. We're going to go back 18-2, and you know what? Now we just got to finish it out, 20-2, and you know we're golden.
Yeah, you're there. It all takes place next week. We're going to be there to cover Donovan Fenor, Joey Glenn, Nick Mackey, Pat Glenn, huge win. Portsmouth's going on to the Final Four. Yeah. Jim Mulvey and his niece? Great niece, Riley. Great niece. Portsmouth's moving onto the Final Four. Last year, I remember you beat Sauhegan. I remember Pete Terrier said this was kind of an ugly game, and you took umbrage with that. I'm going to say this was a fun game to watch, even though it was kind of low scoring. Defensively, I thought both teams were tremendously physical. This was a fun game to watch, and was it fun to coach?
Yeah, I mean, we missed a lot of layups and stuff, but they were tremendous too. I mean, they're as good as any team we've played defensively.
Yeah, and so what now that it's over with, the Glenn brothers, I think, got the better of Reeser and Jared Cool. Tremendous. What was your game plan coming into this thing?
Our game plan was Donovan making sure their point guard couldn't get to where he wants to go. They run everything on the right side, and I thought that as much as Joey and Pat were really good inside, I thought Donovan just disrupted anything they wanted to do.
Yeah, Colin Sullivan got off to a really good start. He's a tremendous player, but you kind of slowed him down in the second half. He didn't do as much offensively. Joey Glenn just seemed to be everywhere the ball was. It was like, you know, it was just his night where it was. I mean, where's he from where he was a month ago?
Yeah, I mean, he's growing up in front of us. He had 17 rebounds, 9 offensive. I mean, he was. And defensively, he did a number on him. Yeah.
And talk about Pat Glenn, who I've been saying in my articles, this guy should be voted for All-State, absolutely. The numbers, you don't understand how valuable this kid is. Talk about Pat Glenn. I just thought he battled all night long. Saw some of the Plymouth kids kind of getting mad about it, but he just kept his head on, just kept battling all night long.
Pat's always going to give you the greatest effort, and I'm always on him the whole game, so he's just glue. He does everything, you know, and offensively too. When there's pressure, he's the one who bails us out front, and he's a very, very good high school player.
So as we do this right now, Hallsberg and Lebanon literally are going back and forth. Tremendous game. That thing's like a 2-point game every time I check it. But so I won't ask you about either one of those two teams. They're both very good. But how do you feel as you guys head off next week to get back to Durham again after a 1-year absence?
Yeah, this is what we wanted to do, is go back to UNH. That's what we've talked about my 8 years here. It's the only year we didn't go was last year, and it's tough. So we're just happy to go and play whoever's there.
Yeah. Good. Well, Portsmouth's going to be there this week. We'll be there with them. And this is our Sentinel title game. Game of the week, Sentinel Title Services Game of the Week. David Haley for Jen Chick. Portsmouth's headed to the Final Four.